Yes, sir. Can I help you? No. 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 No.
Good afternoon. This is call number 2022-28432 in the interest of Graydon Richardson. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Mickey John, and I'm the mother.
All right, representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kavita Sharma.
All right, court will note that the non-custodial parent is Grady Lee Richardson. Mr. Richardson was personally served on June 28, 2022 at 1:16 p.m. at 1203 East El Cibolo Road, Texas Department of Corrections in Edinburgh, Hidalgo County, Texas. And he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. And I would also like to ask the court to take notice of the genetic test results that's been marked as State's Exhibit 1. I'd like to offer that into evidence. Your Honor, these test results do not exclude Mr. Grady Lee Richardson as the biological father of the child.
All right, Miss John, have you had an opportunity to look at this DNA test report?
No, but I think she did tell me that it was.
I'm sorry. Have you seen the test report?
No.
You don't. You've never seen the results of the DNA test.
No, I was just verbally told that he was the father. I was supposed to receive it by email, and I haven't received it yet.
All right. Do you have any objections of me admitting it into evidence?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any objections of me admitting the DNA test report into evidence?
No.
All right. The DNA test report would indicate that the alleged father, Grady Richardson, is not excluded as the biological father of the tested child, Graydon Richardson, who's the subject of this suit. You understand that, correct?
So he is the father?
Yes, he's not excluded as the father. Okay.
Okay.
And that's all right with you that I admit this into evidence.
Yes.
It's not marked. I'm just gonna take notice of the DNA test report.
Thank you, Judge. And I'd like to call the mother, Miss Mickey John. Miss John, you are asking the court to name Mr. Richardson as the biological father of Graydon Lee Richardson, correct?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to appoint both you and Mr. Richardson as joint conservators of your son?
Yes.
And does the child live primarily with you in Harris County?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to appoint you as the conservator to continue to maintain that residence?
Yes.
And is it true that Mr. Richardson is currently incarcerated?
Yes.
Do you anticipate that he would be released from TDCJ within the next 90 days?
No.
And how is the relationship between Mr. Richardson and your child?
Since he's been born, he's been incarcerated. So.
And do you want Mr. Richardson to have access to the child through a modified possession order?
Yes, supervised visitation.
And you understand the supervised visits will be for 12 periods, and you want to be the person to designate someone to supervise, or yourself will supervise. Is that true?
Yes.
And after Mr. Richardson has successfully gone through all these phases through the modified visits, are you asking the court to set a standard possession order in which he can visit with the child the first, third, and fifth weekend, including holidays, spring and summer vacation?
Yes.
And where would you like these visits to take place?
And these are the supervised ones. I'm sorry.
Yes, any and all visits. Would that be at Roseland Park in Baytown
Yes, Roseland Park in Baytown.
in the play area? Is that right, Miss John?
Yes.
And you understand that due to Mr. Richardson's current incarceration, he has no income and child support will be set at 0, and so will medical support?
Yes, ma'am.
And how is your child covered under health insurance?
Medicaid.
And do you agree to maintain that health insurance for your child?
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss John, you also agree to pay half of any uncovered health costs?
Yes, ma'am.
And like I said earlier, you understand that current medical support will be set at 0 beginning February 1,
Yes, ma'am.
and current child support will also be set at 0 beginning February 1.
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss John, are you asking for any back child support?
No.
And are you asking the court to bill court costs to Mr. Richardson?
What court cost? I'm sorry.
If the clerk of the court should bill any court costs, are you asking that Mr. Richardson be ordered to pay those?
Yes.
And have you reviewed and signed this order today?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. John, feel free to disconnect, but I will resend that email to you with the genetic testing since you haven't received it, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. This is call number 2021-64305 in the interest of Violet Gibson. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God, Miss Gibson. Can you hear me, Miss Gibson?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
All right, please identify yourself and your relationship to this child.
Maria Gibson, mother.
All right, and representing the Attorney General's office, state of Texas.
Andrea Eoff.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Kenneth Franklin Gibson. Mr. Gibson was served under Texas Rule of Procedure 106 on April 5th, 2022 at 3:51 p.m. at his usual place of business residence, which is 2006 New Orleans Street in Deer Park, Harris County, Texas. It appears that he also appeared in court on October 4th, 2022 and signed a reset date for today's Zoom hearing, and he is not checked in today. Is that correct, Ms. Eo?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you. I'd like to call Maria Gibson. Ms.
Okay.
Gibson, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Will you please state your full name for the record?
Maria Elena Gibson.
And will you state the name and age of your child?
Violet Gibson, and she's 12.
And Mr. Gibson signed an acknowledgement of paternity for Violet. Is that correct?
Yes.
And would you like for the court to order that he is Violet's father and establish the parent-child relationship between them today?
Yes.
And would you like for the court to order that you and Mr. Gibson are joint managing conservators of your child, with you designating the child's primary residence in Harris County and counties that touch Harris County?
Yes.
All right. And you and Mr. Gibson separated in July of 2021, correct?
Yes.
Has he had any sort of visitation or access to Violet in that time?
No.
And you guys haven't spoken during that time, have you?
No.
So because he has not been involved in her life, would you like for the court to order a phased visitation schedule so they can work on rebuilding their relationship?
Yes.
All right. And you and I worked out a proposed schedule. I'm going to explain that schedule to you right now, and I need you to confirm if that's the schedule you want or not. So phase one of this schedule would be visits on the first, third, and fifth Saturday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. for 10 visits. Then once Mr. Gibson completes those, he would have visitation on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 10 visits. Once those 10 visits are completed, he would have visitation on the first, third, and fifth Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the following Sunday for 10 visits. After those 10 visits are completed, he would have visitation on the first, third, and fifth Friday at 6 p.m. until 6 p.m. to the following Sunday for 10 visits. And then after he completes those 10, he would have a standard possession order. Is that the visitation schedule you would like the court to order for Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
All right. And how is your child currently covered for health insurance?
She has Medicaid.
And would you like for the court to order you to continue providing that Medicaid?
Yes.
Would you like for the court to order Mr. Gibson to pay cash medical support of $54 beginning February 1st, 2023?
Yes.
All right. And you don't currently know what Mr. Gibson is doing for work or what he makes. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you understand that whenever we don't have any sort of employment or income evidence, then we use what's called the minimum wage presumption, correct?
Yes.
Would you like for the court to order that Mr. Gibson pay child support in the amount of $219 a month beginning February 1st, 2023, based on the minimum wage presumption?
Yes.
All right. Has Mr. Gibson given you any sort of money or paid any bills for you since you guys separated in July of 21?
No.
Would you like for the court to take a judgment against him for retroactive support in the amount of $4,140 for July 1st, 2021 through today? And
I've got
order him?
$4,370.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. That is the correct number. I looked at the wrong number in my notes. It's $4,370 for July 1st, 2021 to today to be paid at $72 a month beginning February 1st, 2023.
Yes.
Thank you. And are you comfortable with having your address and phone number printed in this order?
Yes.
All right. I have no further questions and pass this witness, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're excused.
You are finished, Ms. Gibson.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Are you handling the Pacheco matter, Ms. Yoff?
Yes, Your Honor, when you're ready.
All right. This is cause number 2022-30495 in the instance of Giovanni Pacheco. All parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves and raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Haley Tangway, and I am the mother.
All right, and your age, ma'am?
I am 23.
Okay, sir, your name and your relationship to the mother? To the child?
Yes. Yes, my name is Sal Pacheco Jr., and I'm the father of the child.
All right, and representing the Attorney General, State of Texas?
Andrea Eoff.
All right, Ms. Eoff, we have an original petition and a suit affecting the parent-child relationship that has an acknowledgement of paternity. What are we doing today?
So right now, Your Honor, we're just here for a quick pretrial matter. The parties no longer dispute paternity, but what we have right now, in the time that we've been negotiating, we have got some previously undisclosed allegations of gun violence from one party to the other, and we've got some previously undisclosed allegations about death threats made from one party to the other. And though we would normally only refer a case to district if the actual physical custody of the child was in dispute, these parties have considerable dispute over pretty much all terms of conservatorship and over visitation. And so we want to defer to your judgment as to whether or not you want to have a trial today, or if you would rather refer this to district court and mediation, allow the parties to get attorneys.
All right, the court's going to transfer this matter to the 312th District Court and order DRO mediation. Anything further?
No, Your Honor. If we could just be moved into private rooms, I can prepare the paperwork for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Andrea, can you gesture to her that you can't hear her? She needs to turn on her,
Yes, I will try. You can put it in the chat.
she's not paying attention.
How do you say audio in Espanol?
I'm chatting her
Okay.
like she's paying attention. She's looking, no.
Mhm. There.
Disconnected.
That's all. Yeah.
Señora, por favor, prenda su micrófono.
¿Sí me escucha?
Sí, un momento.
Ok.
Ya vamos a empezar su audiencia.
Ok.
Good afternoon. This is call number 2022-31257 in the interest of Dylan Casas Martinez. All parties, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Señora, ¿se puede poner en un solo lugar, por favor? Y ponga la cámara para que el juez la vea.
Ok.
Este es el número de caso 2022-31257 en el interés de Dylan Martínez.
Ok.
Levante la mano derecha para juramento.
Ok.
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
¿Jura decir la verdad, solamente la verdad, delante de Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state
Baje
your
la mano.
name. State your name and your relationship to the child.
Declare su nombre y su relación a la criatura.
Rosalina Martínez Escobar, Dylan Casas es mi hijo. Soy su mamá.
Rosalinda Martínez Escobar, my child.
And representing the State of Texas Attorney General's Office.
Andrea Perard.
Y representando el estado de Texas, Andrea Perard.
Court will note that Esau Casas is the non-custodial parent.
Él es, vamos a notar de que Esaú Casas es el padre sin custodia.
And he was personally served on July 2nd, 2022 at 2:16 p.m.
Fue dado citatorio personalmente el 2 de julio 2022 a las 2:17 p.m.
The location of 1602 Forest Oaks Drive in Houston, Harris County, Texas.
En el local 1602 Forest Oaks Drive en Houston, Texas, en el condado de Harris.
And he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Farard?
No ha mandado contestación o se ha aparecido hoy. ¿Es correcto, señora Perard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Es correcta, su señoría.
We'll proceed by default.
Vamos a proceder en fallo en contra de él.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would call Miss Martinez.
El Estado va a hablar a la señora Martínez.
Ma'am, you and Mr. Casas are currently married, is that correct?
Señora, usted y el señor Casas ahorita están casados, ¿correcto?
Sí,
Yes.
And you were married on or about June 10th of 2017, is that correct?
Y se casaron más promedio como en junio 10, 2017, ¿correcto?
sí,
Yes.
And the child Dylan was born after the marriage between you and Mr. Casas, is that correct?
Y la criatura Dylan fue nacido después de que se casaron con el señor Casas, ¿correcto?
sí.
Yes.
In regards to conservatorship, you have no objection to being named joint managing conservators with Mr. Casas, is that correct?
Tocando la criatura, no tiene ninguna opción de que los dos tengan los mismos derechos sobre la criatura, ¿correcto?
Sí,
Yes.
With you being the conservator designating the residents with the geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties, is that correct?
Y usted tenga el derecho de decir dónde va a vivir la criatura y tener restricciones dentro del condado de Harris, ¿correcto?
sí.
Yes.
In regards to possession and access, you have no objection to the standard possession order being entered in this case, is that correct?
Tocante la posesión y acceso, ¿usted está de acuerdo de que las visitaciones sean estándar?
Sí,
Yes.
Now, in regards to the pickup and drop off for the possession schedule, you were asking that
Tocante,
sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
You were asking that it be at the McDonald's on Ritchie Road in Pasadena, is that right?
Tocante la entrega y de la criatura para las visitaciones, ¿usted dice que quiere ser en el McDonald's en la calle Ritchie en Pasadena?
No, que lo pueda venir a ver donde los abuelos y si me llegara a mover de casa yo,
Señora, es tocante las visitaciones. Entrega de la criatura y levantar la criatura será en McDonald's en la calle Ritchie en Pasadena, ¿correcto?
sí. Ujú.
Yes.
You are asking for this pickup and drop off because you're also asking for a non-disclosure finding, is that correct?
Usted está pidiendo esto porque también está pidiendo que su información sea excluida de la orden, ¿correcto?
Sí,
Yes.
You're requesting that Mr. Casas not have your address and information now or in the future, is that right?
Usted está pidiendo que el señor Casas no tenga su información ahorita ni en el futuro, ¿correcto?
sí.
Yes.
Has Mr. Casas been physically violent with you in the past?
El señor Casas ha sido violentamente, físicamente en el pasado con usted.
Sí.
Yes.
Has he physically hit you on parts of your body in the past?
En el pasado físicamente la ha golpeado en partes de su cuerpo en el pasado.
Golpeado no.
Not hit.
What did he do to you?
¿Qué es lo que le hizo?
Sí discutimos y pero pegado en la cara, no.
We have argued, but to hit me in the face, no.
Has he hit you anywhere on your body?
¿Le ha pegado en algún otro lado de su cuerpo?
Oh, yes.
Sí, yes.
Where has he hit you before?
¿Dónde le ha pegado antes?
En el brazo.
In my arm.
Any other place?
¿Algún otro lugar?
Pues más que todo siempre fue en el brazo, como empujones, como se me
More or
empuchaba.
less just in my arm, but he would push me.
If Mr. Casas was to have your address, do you feel that that could cause you harm in the future?
Si el señor Casas sabe dónde vive en el futuro, ¿eso causará daño para usted?
Yo siento que sí.
I feel that yes.
Okay. In regards to child support and medical support, we have been able to confirm that Mr. Casas makes $19 an hour. Is that your understanding?
Usted entiende que el señor Casas, hemos tratado de ver que él está ganando $19 la hora, ¿correcto?
Yo creo que sí. No estoy muy segura de cuánto él
I
gane.
think so. I'm not sure.
But we know that he's working at Regal Inc. and has been employed there making 19 an hour, which would make his gross income $3,293. Do you have any objection to sorry, Maria?
Okay, pero usted entiende que nosotros averiguamos que él trabaja en Wiggle Inc. y que su sueldo bruto es de $3,293, ¿correcto?
¿A la semana?
Okay, escuche lo que le estoy diciendo. Usted entiende que nosotros averiguamos que él está trabajando en Wiggle Inc. y que su sueldo bruto es de $3,293.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Mr. Costas, this is the only child that he has, is that correct?
Esta es la única criatura que el señor Casas tiene, ¿correcto?
Conmigo sí.
With me, yes.
Does he have any additional children that you are aware of?
Dentro de su conocimiento, ¿usted sabe si tiene a otras criaturas?
Tiene uno en México.
One in Mexico.
How is this child covered by insurance?
¿Qué seguro médico tiene esta criatura?
No, no lo sé.
El suyo.
Oh, se llama Texas Children.
Texas Children.
Where does this insurance come from? How did you get it?
¿De dónde viene este seguro médico? ¿Cómo lo agarró?
En la clínica me sugirieron este seguro. En la clínica donde yo iba, ellos me ayudaron a llenar los papeles y todo.
¿Cómo se llama el seguro médico que tiene la criatura?
Texas Children. Se llama American United, creo que es.
American United.
Are you
Yes.
receiving assistance from the state for medical?
¿Usted está recibiendo asistencia médica del estado?
No.
No.
¿No es Medicaid, señora?
Sí, es Medicaid.
Ok,
Is it not
gracias.
Medicaid, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, it's Medicaid.
Thank
Okay.
you. We are going to order you to maintain the government medical assistance for the child.
Vamos a ordenarle que siga con la asistencia del gobierno del Medicaid para la criatura.
And we're requesting that Mr. Casas reimburse the state
Y vamos a pedir que el señor Casas reembolse el estado
in the amount of $148 per month,
en la cantidad de $148 por mes,
beginning February 1st of 2023.
empezando el 1 de febrero 2023.
Is that your understanding and agreement?
¿Es su entendimiento y acuerdo?
Sí.
Yes.
And giving Mr. Casas credit for the health insurance.
Y dándole crédito al señor Casas por el seguro médico.
Your child support will be set at $530.
Seguro, la manutención será a $530.
Beginning February 1st, 2023.
Empezando el 1 de febrero 2023.
Is that your understanding and agreement?
¿Es su entendimiento y acuerdo?
Sí.
Yes.
And you are not requesting any retroactive child support or medical support, is that correct?
¿Y usted no está pidiendo manutención atrasado de seguro o de manutención, correcto?
No.
No.
I pass this witness, Your Honor.
Pasó el testigo.
The court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
La
May we
corte
be
va a aprobar
excused?
la orden como está sometida. Gracias.